It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And this one features Ernest Jones. He's coming off an excellent 12-tackle game last week. It's the Rams and the Bengals on Monday Night Prime Time.
With the Ohio River and the hills of Kentucky just to our right, we welcome you into Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Tonight, it's the second of our Monday night doubleheader, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaunt. To my left, Charles Davis. And Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, an early season tilt. And when it's an early... It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. On the return is Charlie Jones. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bengals now set for their first possession, and it's Pro Bowler Joe Burrow who leads this offense in his 4th season now out of LSU.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. Now a 3-time 1,000-yard rusher, Joe Mixon. And he's got a Bengals first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
First down, here's Burrow. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down. Here's Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And Chase going to pick up a Bengals first down as he's up past the 45-yard line. Now Burrow on first down to Mixon on the check down. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be second down. The Bengals at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They thought they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room, but they do have to start winning some games.
Burrow. That is caught. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. He got 29 yards that time. And he remains perfect on this opening drive. Charles now 5 of 5 and another first down to work with.
He's like one of those great shooters in basketball that has his rhythm, has his confidence. He doesn't think anything is going to miss right now. As far as he's concerned, he's going to be perfect the entire game. And who's to say that it won't happen the way he's throwing it right now?
To the air again, Burrow. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Now it's Burrow. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And the Rams are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 16. Now the 4th-year man, it's Cam Akers. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Here's Stafford.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. You talk about this Bengals defense.
Well, they're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Throwing on third down, Stafford.
He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To the air again, Stafford. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50.
2 yards off the play. First down, Rams.
They'll run on first down with Akers.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Out of the gun, Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
They'll try and run for it with Evans.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Now Stafford. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Kupp. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run for this with Evans.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
And the Rams first down.
Now a play fake and it's Stafford. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Stafford.
Middle of the field to Jefferson.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Stafford.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
Stafford now to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
At the Bengals 2-yard line.
Akers will score. Touchdown, L.A. So a great start. They force the turnover on the other side and then take it down the field on their first drive and finish it off with a short touchdown run.
Nice and efficient. Excellent job blocking. Finds the gap and barrels into the end zone. Great way to finish off that drive.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that, amazingly, a 17-play drive.
And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with a touchdown. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
2nd down and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now Burrow.
That one taken in by T. Higgins. And Higgins is going to have a Bengals first down as he'll get this up to the 32.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you in just a couple of minutes we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
And Burrow's saying, let's go, let's go.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. 3rd and 2, now Burrow.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Stafford here.
He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield.
So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be 2nd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. To throw on 2nd down is Stafford.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up.
First down, here's Burrow.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. He completes it to Boyd. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Here's Burrow. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin out in the Windy City of Chicago. And those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. It was the running back, Cam Akers, who stood out in that first half of play. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line.
He starts with a give to Akers.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
He'd had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Third and 2, Stafford. That is caught. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now a first down throw. Stafford.
He'll dump this off to Akers.
And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
On the counter, this is Akers.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
A nice carry by Akers, and what a journey it was for him last season. Coming off of injury, away from the team for a while, he did come back later in the season and led them with almost 800 yards. Still scratching the surface of what he can do. He can be a dynamic presence on the field.
And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down at a yard. Stafford going to give this to Akers.
He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he is going to have a Rams first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Stafford. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
Henderson dropped down to 8 sacks last season, but don't get lost in that number. Still had 3 forced fumbles and remains a game wrecker on the edge of Cincinnati's line.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Stafford. That's complete to Robinson. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Throwing is Stafford. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this 2nd half. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 34.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that's caught one more time by Boyd. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 8.
From midfield now, Burrow dumps it off to Mixon. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
And some nice running going to get him down close to a 1st down at the Rams 33. On 3rd and 1, Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down, and he'll have it by 20 as it turns out to be a big gainer there on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Rams 5-yard line.
Burrow will throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Ernest Jones, the linebacker, with a sack.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack, too.
Touchdown, Bengals! Tyler Boyd, his second touchdown on the season.
And the Bengals put together a fourth-quarter drive to take the lead. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is now 10-7. A 10-play drive that time.
And it's finished off by the touchdown from Tyler Boyd. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
And the Rams getting set to go now.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in the tightrope.
And he is going to lose yardage here. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes they think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Here comes the Rams punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Now Burrow on 1st down. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he's brought down. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the 4th quarter. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. On 2nd down, here's Mixon.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
They go down to a knee and a sigh of relief as they are into the win column for the first time this year. And you know they enjoyed taking that knee because they're now going to be 1-2 instead of 0-3. And psychologically, that's a big difference early in the season.
It certainly is. It's a big barrier breaker because you get to 0-3, you're not thinking playoffs. At 1-2, you still believe that you're going to be a playoff team.
Yeah, you feel you got some hope on your side. 0-3, things start to look pretty blue.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned,